Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Anna Vanila Arts. I'm Anna Vanila and today I'm showing you something about knitting, about a hat, knitting a hat. I usually do videos about knitting, crocheting, drawing, painting, all sorts of other things like knotting, which I love so much, and I share absolutely everything with you, with all my tips and tricks and all sorts of experience that I had. Maybe you can learn from me also a couple of useful things. For today we've got to do this wonderful hat. The pattern is stunning. The pattern appears on the other side. It appears inside out, so actually the inside is how the pattern looks like, not on the outside, which is like this. And I'll show you how I make this hat so your pattern turns out to be like this when you knit this hat. The needles are size number 4.5. It's knitted with acrylic yarn, baby acrylic yarn, with tiny little dots on it, and I've got 86 loops on my needles, 86 stitches, and this is how I knit it. The first loop we do not knit, we just place it on the right needle, and then we count one loop. This is one loop. We put this right needle through just behind of our first loop, and then we grab the yarn, we turn it this way, and then this same loop we knit it together. So we create from one loop, we create two loops. So we take one loop, grab the yarn from behind, bring it forward, and then inside we grab one more time another one more time yarn with another loop to create two loops together. So that's how we knit it. This is the first row, how we knit it, and hopefully it's clear enough for you how this pattern goes. And we knit the same way until the end of this row. Bear in mind this pattern does take a lot of yarn, so just so you know, you might need more than 100 grams of acrylic yarn for it. And so on. Now this is the second row, which is the front row of this pattern, because the pattern appears on the back rather than on the front. So the first loop we just transfer it like so, and then we knit this two, each of the group of two each. You see, it's like a group of two loops together, like as a group. So what we need to do is knit this group 2 with a front stitch. So 2 with a front stitch like so, and then release 2 loops with a front stitch, 2 loops with a front stitch. We need 2 loops with a front stitch, 2 loops with a front stitch, 2 loops with a front stitch. Make sure for you not to knit tightly and not too loose, but somehow to knit it with sort of like a combination of the two, which is not too tight, not too loose, but normal. This pattern is very good even for beginners, so don't shy away. It's actually good for learning new patterns and doing new patterns. It's fantastic. I love it. I love this pattern so much. And we knit like this until the end of this row. Then we repeat the first row and the second row, and then we repeat it again, and that's how we create such a beautiful pattern for a hat that we are doing. So I wish you luck in knitting this hat, but for now I'm going to finish it off camera and then we talk about it. This is a finished hat, nearly finished hat. As you can see, it looks fantastic. It looks a bit like it's a larger size, but really it will fit any size. It was meant to be a bit large, on the large side. And I thought about showing you how I hide the loops, the last thread, and that's how I'm doing. So I'm following the braid here. You see this braid, and you pick up the loops, but after a couple of loops where I hide it, I do a knot to make sure it's secure. And then we continue to hide this thread, and then we end up cutting the excess thread, excess string, like so. And this is the finished hat. As you can see, this is the back and this is the front. This is on the larger size hat. As you can see, this is the crown of the hat, which looks fantastic. It's rounded, it's fantastic. The pattern is easy to pursue. As you can see, it looks fantastic. It's thick as well. It will keep you warm this winter if you were to do this hat yourself. Obviously this is the back. I've stitched it from the front side to make sure it's almost to non-existent looking stitch to make it look a bit more professional, and we've hidden the threads here, odds and ends. As you can see, it's fantastic. It's warm, it's a bit large, but I did like for it to be larger because I think a hat like this one needs to be larger, especially with this pattern. It is supposed to enhance your accessories and the style that you have, and I think is, why not, is absolutely fantastic. It's knitted with acrylic yarn, baby yarn, as you can see is bright baby pink, pale, I would say pale, more like pale pink. Let's have a look now how it looks on my mannequin. My mannequin has a smaller head than my head, so I have, it's just purely for demonstration. You can see the hat covering the ears, covering the forehead, covering the other ear, and it's supposed to be larger. I've made it on purpose larger. This is at the back, as you can see, a stitch at the back, and it's supposed to be a winter hat from my opinion. So I hope you like it enough to make one yourself, and please write to me if you've made one yourself and if you're pleased with it. I'll be very happy to know about it. So please leave comments below and likes to my videos. Please subscribe, and see you soon in the next video. I'm Anna Vanila, and see you soon in the next video. Bye.